Looking for some interesting books to read this summer? From sun-soaked romances to the most gripping thriller books, in today's video, I bring to you some amazing books to read this summer. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, I am Shaloo. Welcome to my channel where I post videos related to books. This summer has been quite different from any other summer we have experienced so far. Whatever is happening in our country is quite sad and tragic. It is really important to follow COVID appropriate behavior and not stepping out of our homes unless it is absolutely necessary. These are really difficult times, but one thing that hasn't changed is the comfort that books provide. Even though we have to stay at home, we can escape into a good story, travel through the books, and form connections with the bookish characters. In today's video, I have come up with a list of 10 books that will help in making your summer a bit better. So without further ado, let's get started. The first book is Beach Read by Emily Henry. Beach Read is the perfect book to read this summer. We might not be able to go to a beach, but we can still enjoy this, right? Augustus, a literary fiction writer, and January Andrews, a rom-com writer, spent the summer in neighboring beach houses. Both are suffering from writer's block, and they challenge each other to write a book from a different genre. So January has to write a contemporary fiction, while Augustus will write a happy book. This book is so different from the usual rom-com books. I loved reading about two writers who are struggling with their craft as well as their lives. This gives more depth to their relationship than the usual rom-com books. And then this is the book about writers and how they go about their writing process. Definitely a page turner for me. The next book is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This was the first book I read this year and I absolutely loved it. A group of old friends gather on a remote island for a glamorous wedding between a rising TV star and an accomplished magazine publisher. What they don't expect? Someone in the wedding party to be murdered on the wedding night. Narrated by multiple characters over a period of 48 hours, this book will keep you guessing till the end. With unexpected twists and turns, this book is a perfect Agatha Christie style summer read. The next book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Eliot Sands. This coming-of-age young adult novel is the story of two teenagers, Aristotle and Dante. When Aristotle and Dante meet at a swimming pool, it seems that the two have nothing in common. But as both of them start spending time together, a special friendship blossoms. It is through this friendship that Aristotle and Dante discover the most important truths about themselves. It is just a story about two boys and how they discover themselves. But the writing is so beautiful and lyrical. I will recommend this book to anyone who wants a heartwarming and beautiful read. The next book is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Red, White and Royal Blue is the escapist read everyone needs this summer. It is a cute love story with a difference. Alex, the son of the first female president of United States, falls in love with Henry, the British prince. The two start a sizzling cross-country romance while trying to hide it from the media glare. There is plenty of travel involved, with private jets to London and sneaky trips to New York. Their romance causes all sorts of diplomatic complications between the two countries. If you are looking for a light-hearted read, then Red, White and Royal Blue is a good choice. The next book is The Earned Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. It is a quick witty read. Olive is the identical twin of Amy who is having her dream wedding. When Amy and her husband fall ill due to food poisoning, Amy asks Olive to take her place on an all-expenses-paid, non-refundable honeymoon to Hawaii. A vacation in Hawaii sounds great. The only problem? She has to go with her new brother-in-law, Ethan, whom she has detested from day one. Now a free vacation is hard to resist. Olive and Ethan head to Hawaii, planning to spend as little time with each other as possible. but fate had another plans. You may very well guess where it is all headed. The Earned Honeymooners is super popular and uber loved for a reason. It is the perfect beach read. The next book is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is a bittersweet story about two sisters living a country apart. It is the story of two girls, Camino and Yahiara, one living in Dominican Republic and other in New York City. The two have never met, never known about each other's existence. But when their father dies in a plane crash, they come together in the midst of grief. It is a beautiful story about finding hope in the midst of darkness. I listened to the audiobook which is narrated by the author herself. Highly recommend it. The next book is Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. You must read this book before the movie adaptation is out. In this book, the famous detective Hercule Poirot embarks on a relaxing vacation to Egypt. Aboard the ship is Lynette Ridgway, the wealthiest woman in England who is on her honeymoon to Egypt. But all is not bliss for the newlyweds as they are being followed by Jacqueline, the former best friend of Lynette and her husband's former fiancé. Add to this a bunch of suspicious characters and a murder, and you get the perfect recipe for an Agatha Christie murder mystery. If you enjoy reading mysteries, then this is the perfect book for you. My next recommendation is a timeless classic, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Lavish summer parties, hot weather boredom, love triangles. What better ingredients for a sublime summer read? The book tells the story of J. Gatsby, a mysterious young man who throws extravagant parties outside his palatial mansion in summer nights. Jay is after Daisy, his lost love, and through his parties, he hopes to meet Daisy again. Daisy enjoys riches and luxury, and that is why she had left poor Jay to marry a rich guy. The book is so sad and tragic, but so beautiful. The writing is so gorgeous and so moving, and the depiction of love and tragedy so flawless. And the next book is Love Your Life by Sophie Kinsella. This latest book by Sophie Kinsella is about falling in love with someone, but not necessarily their life. It follows the story of Eva, who goes on a writing retreat in Italy. There she meets a handsome stranger. After a whirlwind romance, they both pledge their love, without even knowing their real names. When the retreat ends and they come home, reality strikes. When they start living with each other, they discover that they have nothing in common. It seems that they love each other, but they cannot love each other's lives. Love Your Life is sweet, funny, and completely binge-worthy. It is a fabulous romantic comedy which celebrates relationships with all its flaws and compromises. And the last book is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This is an unbelievable yet beautiful love story. Natasha doesn't believe in destiny and is just a day away from being deported to Jamaica. Korean American Daniel is a dutiful son to his parents. He gets good grades and is working towards his future. What happens when on one fateful day they both cross ways in a New York street? Nicola Yoon intertwines the lives of two teenagers whose lives couldn't be more different. It isn't just the story of these two teenagers, but also a love story of everyone whom they came in contact with that day. The story is just so beautiful and heartwarming. So these were my book recommendations for this summer. Have you read any of these books? If yes, do share your thoughts in the comment section. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, comment and share. And if you want to see more bookish content like this, please subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Until my next video, bye and take care.